Please welcome to the field your 2018 Military Heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Colonels kindly request that you hold your applause until all of this year's military heroes have been introduced. Our first military hero is Troy Benham. Troy served in the United States Army from 1977 to 1980, earning the rank of sergeant. Troy is joined on the field tonight with his wife Katie and grandchildren Rayanne, Austin, Reagan, Addison, and Rosalind. Our next military hero is Delbert Burninghouse. Delbert served in the United States Army from 1943 to 1945, earning the rank of corporal. In 1994, Delbert's unit was captured by German forces during the Battle of the Bulge. Delbert, along with many POWs, were placed in boxcars to be transported, and while they were in the boxcars, the Americans were bombing those trains. Delbert pushed out the window, opened the doors to the car, and let the POWs out. In the snow, they spelled out POWs USA so the Americans would not bomb the boxcars. For his heroic act, Delbert received the Bronze Star. Delbert passed away in 2014. He is represented on the field by his grandson Matt and great-grandsons Brody, Blake, and Ridge. Our next hero is Joshua Carr. Joshua served in the United States Army from 2006 to 2014, earning the rank of sergeant. Serving originally as an infantryman in the 82nd Airborne, he was deployed to Iraq in 2007 and again in 2009. During his first tour, his team was hit with an explosive, leaving his best friend gravely injured. Because of Joshua's quick action, he saved his friend's life. Joshua was joined tonight on the field by his son, Michael. Our next hero is Robert Durr. Robert served in the United States Army from 1942 to 1945 as a private first class. As an 18-year-old, he fought in Africa and Italy. Robert married Anna Rose, and together they raised 4 children and saw 9 grandchildren come into the world. Robert passed away in 2009, and tonight is represented on the field by grandson Tony and great-grandchildren Tegan, Abigail, and Isabella. Our next hero is Daniel Dias. Daniel served in the United States Navy from 1963 to 1984, earning the rank of Senior Chief Petty Officer. Daniel is represented on the field tonight by his wife Mary, son Michael, and daughter-in-law Dawn. Our next hero is Scott Dressler. Scott served in the United States National Guard from 1981 to 2017, earning the rank of Master Sergeant. Upon retirement, after a 26-year career in the military, Scott founded the Community of Artists and Veterans, which provides an art studio for all service members and retirees. Scott is joined on the field with his wife Kim, daughter Anissa, and next-door neighbor Dale. Our next hero is Charles Elias. Charles, also known as Chuck, served in the United States Army from 1977 to 1980, earning the rank of Specialist 4th Class. Chuck is currently the Executive Director and Vice President of the Freedom Foundation, a local grassroots 501c3 veteran service and support nonprofit organization here in Cedar Rapids. Our next hero is Alvin Harmon. Alvin served in the United States Army from 1942 to 1945 as a private first class. He participated in 4 major European campaigns: Normandy, Northern France, Rhineland, and Central Europe. Upon his return from World War II, Alvin married the love of his life, Mary Holmes, and raised 8 children. Alvin passed away in 1995, and tonight is represented on the field by his son Spear and daughters Bridget, Virginia, and Mary. Our next hero is Willard Harmon. Willard served in the United States Navy from 1981 to 1985, earning the rank of 2nd Class Petty Officer. Willard is joined on the field tonight by his sons Michael and John and his daughter-in-law Frances. Our next hero is William Hart. William served in the United States Navy from 1948 to 1952, earning the rank of 3rd Class Petty Officer. He was married to his late wife, Thria, for 41 years, and together they raised 3 sons. Tonight, William is joined on the field by his son, Jeff, and daughter-in-law, Donna. Our next hero is Adam Jensen. Adam served in the United States Army from 2010 to 2016, earning the rank of sergeant. Tonight he is joined on the field by his fiancée Jenna and their newborn daughter Aria. Our next hero is Mark Jeter. Mark is currently a major in the United States Army and serves as the Senior Plans Officer with the 88th Readiness Division out of Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. Tonight, Mark is joined on the field by his wife, Kelly. Together, they have 5 boys: Ethan, Wyatt, Grant, and twin boys, Caleb and Colby. Our next hero is Timothy Johnson. Timothy served in the United States Army National Guard from 2011 to 2014, earning the rank of specialist and serving as a chaplain assistant. During his service, he supported one primary and 6 other chaplains as they delivered spiritual comfort and guidance to thousands of U.S. and Allied soldiers. Tonight, Timothy is joined on the field by his wife, Amy. Our next hero is Alan Kiltz. Alan served in the United States Navy from 1966 to 1970. Correction, I skipped one. I apologize. Our next hero is Charles Lloyd Jones. Charles served in the United States Army from 1929 to 1946, earning the rank of captain. After a 3-day battle in 1943, Charles was held prisoner of war for 27 months, mostly in Poland, until the Russians freed his POW camp in 1945. Charles passed away in 1999 and will be remembered as an honorable soldier, husband, father, grandfather, and citizen. Tonight he is represented on the field by his daughter Janice, son-in-law Chuck, and granddaughter Carrie. Our next hero is Alan Kiltz. Alan served in the United States Navy from 1966 to 1970, earning the rank of Petty Officer Second Class. Tonight, Alan is joined on the field by his granddaughter Amanda, grandson Aspen, and his wife of 50 years, Evelyn. Our next hero is Thomas Klug. Thomas served in the United States Army from 1967 to 1969, earning the rank of sergeant. After returning from Vietnam, Thomas continued to support other veterans through his involvement with organizations such as the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and Vietnam Veterans of America. He is joined on the field tonight by his grandson, Liam. Our next hero is Jacob Kriegel. Jacob is currently serving in the United States Army as a private first class and is stationed in Fort Joint Base Lewis McChord in Tacoma, Washington. While he couldn't be here tonight, he is extremely honored to be recognized in this year's military card set. He is represented on the field tonight by his mom Carla, dad Mark, and sister Callie. Our next hero is Richard Dick Langeth. Richard, also known as Dick, served in the United States Army from 1944 to 1946, earning the rank of Staff Sergeant. During World War II, Richard fought in the Battle of the Bulge and was part of the unit who were the first to cross the border from France into Germany. Richard passed away in 2014 and is represented on the field tonight by his daughter Teresa, son-in-law Jeff, and grandchildren Adam and Casey. Our next hero is Alan Lewis. Alan served in the United States Army from 1968 to 1972, earning the rank of sergeant. Even though much of Alan's military and civilian career was classified, his job was critical to the success of our military and the protection of our citizens. Tonight, Alan is joined on the field by his son Kurt, daughter Christy, and grandson Mason. Our next hero is Patrick McDermott. Patrick served in the United States Army from 1951 to 1953, earning the rank of corporal. Passing away in 2011, Patrick will be remembered as a great and honest man who taught good morals and values to his 5 children. Representing Patrick on the field tonight is his sister Sarah, daughters Kate, Lori, and Eileen, and sons Mike and Ed. Our next hero is James Meyer. James served in the United States Army from 1968 to 1969, earning the rank of Staff Sergeant. While serving in Vietnam, his platoon was ambushed where half of his company were either killed or wounded. James was wounded by a claymore during the attack and was awarded the Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. Despite his injuries, he was an eternal optimist and never let his injuries get in the way or impact his zest for life. James passed away in February of 2017. Tonight he is represented on the field by his son Jim, daughter Nicole, brother John, sister Melissa, and his wife Sue. Our next hero is Thomas Mims. Thomas served in the United States Army from 1954 to 1967, earning the rank of sergeant. Thomas is an accomplished leather worker and shares his skills by teaching veterans at the Community of Artists and Veterans Center. He is joined on the field tonight by his friends Dean, Nancy, and Perry. Our next hero is Michael Munson. Michael served in the United States Air Force from 2003 to 2009, earning the rank of Staff Sergeant. Michael is extremely proud to be an American and the quality of life he has given to his family and friends. He is joined on the field tonight by his wife Jessica and sons Nolan and Vincent. Our next hero is Vernon Parrish. Vernon served in the United States Air Force from 1942 to 1946, earning the rank of private. He made a living as a farmer in Fairfield, Iowa, supporting a wife and 2 daughters. Vernon passed away in 2006. Vernon's family was not able to attend the game tonight, but they are very honored for this special recognition and are so proud of Vernon. Our next hero is Gene Patrick. Gene served in the United States Air Force from 1942 to 1945 and from 1950 to 1952. He flew 47 missions in Europe as a bombardier navigator during World War II and 22 missions in Korea as a bombardier. Gene passed away in 1987 and will be remembered as an adoring husband and family man who loved celebrating his Irish heritage. Tonight he is represented on the field by his son Charlie, daughter-in-law Nancy, and grandchildren Kelly and Carrie. Our next hero is William Perez. William served in the United States Army from 1990 to 2004, earning the rank of sergeant. After his 4 years of active duty, he served 10 years in the Army Reserve as a medic. William is joined on the field tonight by his mother Anna, wife Dawn, and Aunt Kay. Our next hero is Harold Pratt. Harold served in the United States Army from 1970 to 1972, earning the rank of Specialist 4th Class. After returning home from Vietnam, he married Bethany Vickers. Together they have 4 children, along with numerous pets and grandpets. He is joined on the field tonight by his wife Beth, brother Jack, and neighbor Dylan. Our next hero is Lane Prochnow. Lane served in the United States National Guard for 19 years and in the Army for 5 years from 1981 to 2005. He traveled around the world helping with construction projects, including building hurricane shelters. Lane was deployed in 2003 to Iraq for 18 months, where his duties were to assist the arriving units navigate the local roads. He is joined on the field tonight by his wife Marcia, son Nathan, and daughter Olivia. Our next hero is Ray Ropa. Ray served in the United States Army from 1996 to 2014, earning the rank of Staff Sergeant. Ray takes an active interest in anything that improves his community or assists veterans. He volunteered as reserve deputy with the Lynn County for 12 years and assisted homeless veterans in search of stable housing. Ray also travels around the United States, speaking for PTSD awareness, employing disabled veterans, and suicide prevention. He is joined on the field tonight by his wife, Chris. Our next hero is Joshua Spearer. Joshua is currently serving in the United States Air Force as a technical sergeant. In his career, he has been deployed to Afghanistan, South Korea, Qatar, and Japan. While in Japan, Joshua was an active volunteer at a local orphanage. Tonight, Joshua is joined on the field by his father, Roy. Our next hero is Carl Taney. Carl served in the United States Air Force from 1965 to 1969, earning the rank of Master Staff Sergeant. Carl is also a long-arm quilter and has quilted over 50 quilts for veterans and therapy quilts for cancer patients. He is joined on the field tonight by his daughter Lori and 2 sons, Russ and Matt. Our next hero is Albert Van Gamplier. Albert served in the United States Army from 1943 to 1945 as a private first-class automotive equipment operator. Albert passed away in 2014 and will be remembered as an avid Kernels fan and a loving, strong, brave, and honest man. Tonight he is represented on the field by his daughter Alberta, grandsons Jeff and Kyle, and family friend Eddie. Our next hero is Brian Wallenberg. Brian served in the United States Army from 1985 to 1992, earning the rank of sergeant. Currently, Brian works as a simulation specialist for the Perry Center at the University of South Dakota. He is joined on the field tonight by his wife Deb and daughter Alexis. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause to all of our 2018 military heroes and their families.
just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hello.